Ellen DeGeneres had a very, very special sick relationship with Diddy Glover. It is all coming to. I got to update y'all. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers going down. The deal down and they are being unveiled. And if y'all remember, Ellen DeGeneres had left the country last year. Remember she said she was leaving because of Donald Trump and Donald Trump's clip-on toupee? Oh, that wasn't the reason why Ellen was getting out of here. Ellen tried to run with Diddy. She tried to run when Diddy went to jail. But now you can't run from this. Ellen, your mean, ignorant behavior. Yes, you remember that? Oh, Ellen came back into the United States. She got comfortable. Ellen DeGeneres, she thought that it was cool to come back, her and her lesbian love. No disrespect, shout out to the LBG community, but Ellen came back with her freak-off mermaid, trying to sneak back in the United States after you said you didn't want to be here because of Donald. You come back, and they get wrapped up in the Epstein files. This is crazy. And they said that Ellen had her own Epstein Island at her studio. And then there's two people that was allegedly unalived. Y'all remember the dude Twitch that worked for her, Pure Bible? And then Ellen's ex-wife? Oh, the feds are still investigating that. And that's all coming up with the Epstein files, guys. So you cannot deny any Ellen DeGeneres fans. Look at the inappropriate relationship she had with Diddy Glover. Why did she have those children out there, like pretty much sprawled out in Diddy Glover's face? Look at this shit. And it's like, so I went out a bunch of kids on her store one day on the couch, right? Yeah. She said, oh, how long to raise? Look how scared the children look. Oh my God. Smash that like button. This is why I think Ellen, Epstein, all of these sick people in Hollywood was working together. Pure Bible, grooming these kids. And the crazy thing is, these kids were, I think some of these kids were like, had like leukemia, different little illnesses and things like that. And would use celebrities to make them feel good. You know what I'm saying? So allegedly groom them to bring them into the freak-off dungeon. These children look scared out of their mind. Pure Bible, shout out to my boy, Jeremy Green away.
As the sun sets, we welcome you on this beautiful afternoon. And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford. And here is Emmanuel Augustus. Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. There's a counter shot. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Straight right just misses. And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything, you've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. wanted action, and they are giving us action. Stamina is off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow.
There's the bell for round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Beautiful counter shot. Missing with that jab. Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. That jab won't score. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent.
There's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. We wanted action, and they are delivering. And he scores with the counter. Can't land that jab. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Jab does not score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go to the 4th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do different? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face. Listen, hold on, I gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. A perfect counter shot. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Done with that counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
There's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? They exchange punches. Throws the jab but does not score. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. A perfect counter lands. And this with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. That hook just can't find the target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3-minute. And there's the bell for round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Power. That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Jab misses. That time counter shot. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nope, that hook won't score. Counter punch. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. It's all offense all the time. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
We should definitely run some undisputed, but I'm not the kid. So easy roll.
Let's talk about Crawford in that. What are you doing? There's the bell for round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter punch. A perfect counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
There's a counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The courage on display here is incredible. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
He threw a punch and just got countered. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Hope you brought your wetsuit and your flippers. We're underwater at the Atlantis. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans.
And here is Emmanuel Augustus, former IBA light welterweight champion, the Drunken Master. Many pads, fighting out of Cranston, Rhode Island. He ran this state back in.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins now.
And there's the bell to start round 1. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Caution being thrown to the wind. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Every time he throws a punch, one punch could change everything in this battle. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And that hook misses. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Kick and don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. The perfect counter lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You've got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Covering up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Exchange punches. Couldn't land that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Beautiful counter punch. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? So much for boxing. This is a fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that. Here we go to the fourth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. His stamina is off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. On to the fifth we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Power, that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You'd like to see more jabs. That jab misses. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Straight right just misses. Back and forth they go. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. This is the beginning of round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
A shot from the god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So it's onward and upward.